Hi, it's John here from the home recording studio, and today I'm going to be taking a look at UJAM Retro Finisher. It's a free plugin for a limited time, and this is the track we're going to be listening to with Retro Finisher as the effects. Okay, this is the plugin, and this is what it looks like. It's kind of a retro lo-fi plugin, and there are lots of these available. I own quite a lot of them. Sketch Cassette 2, RC20 Retro Color, Cymatics Origin Vintage plugin, Tape Mellow-Fi by Arturia. There's DAW Cassette by Clevgrand. There's Lossy by Goodhertz, and there's Lifeline Console. And there is also Vinyl by Isotope. And there's probably a whole host of other plugins out there which I haven't mentioned. But do we really need another lo-fi retro sounding plugin? Well, yes. I think you'll find it's a really fun plugin and it's free, so why not? Let's take a listen. So this is the track before any of the retro plugins. Nice enough, but it hasn't really got that vintage vibe to it. Straight away you'll see that there isn't really much to the GUI. There are lots of presets. There's different categories for filter, distortion, age, modulation and ambience. So you've actually got 50 different modes from the different decades, from the 60s to the 90s. And all these modes do something a little bit different. And the GUI does change based on whatever mode you've chosen. But to be honest, the main control here is the finisher control. Now this is like a macro control which does a lot under the hood. I'm not going to go into all the details. You can check out the UJAM website if you want to find out more information. But I thought what we'd do is we'd just go through some of these presets. So I kind of liked this old record preset on the piano. So you can see this preset is using the vinyl history mode. Yeah, you've got a few controls here, but like I say, the main one you want to uses this. Quite a simple plugin in that sense, but I kind of like that you're not going to spend hours tweaking lots of different dials and controls. So let's move on to the electric piano. Now this is what it sounds like without the plugin. It's a little bit too nice for me, so let's get in there. A lot of these presets are based on real life hardware. There are a few notes about each little piece of gear, so it's some kind of phaser pedal that's modelled on. Now let's try the electric guitar without the plugin. And now with Retro Finisher. Got that really nice wobbly modulated effect which yeah, just gives it instant lo-fi flavour. So really like that on guitar. What I've found is that for different instruments, different presets obviously work better. It's just finding that out. What would have been nice for me was maybe to have some preset categories, instrument categories, so you know, it's a little bit easier to work it out, but it's not too difficult. It's just fun to try different presets anyway, because you never know, you might stumble across something really cool. This is the bass guitar, so without retro effects. So that was just a clean DI, but I've put it through a UAD Ampeg bass plugin and a bit of compression here. But now let's turn on Retro Finisher. So this preset is modelled on a multi-band compressor, and it looks like it adds distortion as well. Who knows what's going on under the hood, but I like what I hear. And then let's move on to the drums. First one is on this Foley loop. If you like the sound of this, this can be found in my Cat Toy Drums sample pack. Also the kick drum that I'm using is from the Cat Toy Drums virtual instrument for Decent Sampler. There is a free version available for that if you want to go and check that out. That's at my website tangerinesounds.com. Now back to Finisher. So yeah, this one we'll just turn it off, but the loop without the Finisher. And then with. Without. With. Again, this looks like a vinyl preset. It just warms up that loop, I think. And then I've got one on the whole drum bus as well. So with and without. With. It just makes the drums a little bit more meaty and substantial, so yeah, I like that. Again, let's have a quick listen to the whole thing. So, final thoughts on UJAM's Finisher Retro. I think you should check this out if you want to give your tracks some colour, a little bit of spice, warm up digital recordings, distortion and saturation. It's great for that. Make it sound a bit older, give it that lo-fi retro vintage sound. I didn't even mention that it's got a whole host of reverb or ambience patches, and the presets that are provided are really comprehensive, and if you want to, you can dive a little bit deeper and get into some of these modes. Yep, so go and check it out, completely free. Now this plugin is only free until the 7th of December 2025, so if you're watching this after that date, please don't be leaving me angry comments saying that retro isn't free. Unfortunately, if it's after that date, then you will have missed that free period. But as we sit at the end of September, you've got a couple of months at least to go and check that out. So that's it for this little demo. I'll see you on the next video.